You can have everything you once wished for, a career you worked really hard for to build, and a family you absolutely adore, a life that looks really steady but still feels profoundly alone. It's a quiet ache that many successful women carry but rarely name. You appear strong, reliable, capable, yet inside you feel disconnected, unseen, as if no one truly meets you where you really are. And if that sounds familiar, you're not alone and you don't have to stay there. As a therapist for women who've achieved so much, yet still feel empty inside, I hear this story many times. On the outside, you shine, and on the inside, you protect. You've learned to be dependable, the one who holds things together, who shows up, who leads. But that reliability, it really came at a high cost. When you've spent years being the strong one, trusting others can feel risky. And you might long for connection, yet instinctively keep a guard up. You fear that if you let someone close, they'll expect the same polished, high functioning version of you and not the one who feels tired or tender or uncertain. And that's the paradox, right? The very strength that made you successful can steadily deepen your loneliness. And you might tell yourself you're too busy for deeper friendships. But often it's really not time that's missing. It's safety, emotional safety, the fear of being seen imperfectly, and the fear of being pitied or misunderstood, or the fear of losing your sense of competence if you admit that you're really struggling, right? So you keep the distance, you protect yourself, you listen more than you share. And that distance, though it once kept you safe, slowly becomes the thing that keeps you lonely. So you don't have to give up your success to feel connected. What you need is permission to show up as more than your achievements, to show up as you, who you really are. And in trauma informed therapy, we explore the inner parts that drive this dynamic. The part that believes love must be earned, the part that feels safest in control, or the part that's terrified of being too much or not enough. And when these parts are met with compassion rather than judgment, something profound really begins to happen. The the ache of loneliness, it starts to transform into a longing for truth, for rest, for authentic connection. And that longing becomes your compass back to yourself. Well, healing loneliness or transforming it doesn't mean collecting more people around you, really. It means learning to show up differently with the people you already have in your life or you meet now. Maybe it's sharing how you feel instead of what you've done. Maybe it's asking for support rather than giving it. Maybe it's allowing one trusted person to see your tiredness instead of your strength. How about that? So these small, honest exchanges are where belonging begins. And, and not in performance, but in being present and presence, really. So loneliness is in successful women is not a sign of failure. It's a signal, a sign that your inner world is asking for more truth, for more connection, for more space to simply be. And you deserve relationship that holds you beyond your achievements. People who see your quiet parts as well. And when you bring together your strength and your vulnerability, something really shifts in your system and in your life. You begin to live from a place of calm authenticity, not constant proving. And that is where connection, real, nourishing connection begins. So If any of this resonates, know that you are not alone. There's a way through isolation, and one step, one conversation, one moment of honesty at a time. And if you'd like to explore how this kind of trauma informed work can support you, you're welcome to reach out or to reach us more on my website or here on this channel. And you don't have to carry this on your own, really. You are seen, and your longing for connection is really worth the care.